My child. My beloved. Come closer for a moment. Do not rush. Do not look away. Heaven has waited a long time for you to hear this. I am Archangel Michael. Yes, I am speaking directly to your spirit in this moment. You may feel a slight warmth in your chest right now. That is not your imagination. That is the veil thinning between heaven and your life. Before I continue, listen. Do not leave this message. Do not skip these words. Because something is happening in your life that needs to be revealed before it becomes too late. There is an emergency in the spirit world regarding you. Heaven has been protecting you from something unseen, something dark, something that has been forming behind you quietly. Someone's words, someone's intentions, someone's jealousy has been gathering like a storm. And today, the heavens finally stepped forward to stop it. My beloved, you have no idea how close you were to a tragic turn. Your guardian angels have been working without sleep, without pause, just to keep you safe from a pain that was meant to break you. Listen carefully. A shift in your destiny is happening right now. Someone close to you, someone who smiles in front of you, someone who pretends to care, has been holding a bitterness that you did not see. They have been planning something, whispering something, locking your name inside a silent darkness. This message is not to scare you. This message is to reveal you. You have been chosen to rise above this before the tragedy strikes. But you must stay with me. Do not close this. Because what I am about to say will decide the next chapter of your life. Beloved. You were never ordinary. You were never weak. You were born with a star in your spirit that others could see, even when you could not. Some people loved you for that light. Some admired it. Some treasured it. But some grew jealous. Some wanted to dim it. Some wanted to steal what was yours. And now, the time has come where their hidden actions are reaching a boiling point. This is why I am here. This is why heaven interrupted your path today to send you this warning. The tragedy that is coming is not an accident. It is intentional. But it can be stopped. It can be dissolved. It can be reversed. But only if you listen. Before I go further, my beloved. Breathe once. Slowly. There is something sacred happening. Your soul is being awakened. Your name has been spoken in the halls of heaven. There was a meeting, a gathering, a moment where God Himself paused and said, "Protect that one. You are the one. Not by luck. Not by chance. But because your destiny is larger than the pain others try to wrap around you. But right now, the path is fragile. This message is the turning point. My beloved, are you still here? If yes, then your spirit is listening. And heaven is watching. Now I will begin revealing the truth. But before I continue, say, I am listening. When you say it, I will continue to the next part. My child, my beloved. You said you are listening, and heaven heard you. Your spirit just opened a doorway. A door that was closed for a long time. A door that many tried to lock. But now it is opening again. And because of that, I can now reveal what I was forbidden to speak before. There is a shadow in your life that did not come from you. It came from someone connected to you. Someone who once knew your softness. Someone who once heard your laughter. Someone who once had access to your peace. They have been carrying resentment toward you. Not because of something you did wrong. But because of something you did right. Your growth. your strength, your endurance, your survival. You do not even realize this, my beloved. But you have survived storms that would have collapsed another person entirely. You walked through heartbreak and did not turn into bitterness. You walked through betrayal and did not become cruel. You walked through loneliness and still tried to love. This is what made heaven choose you. This is what makes demons tremble when your name is spoken. So understand this clearly. The tragedy that is forming is not coming from fate. It is coming from jealousy. Someone cannot stand the light you carry while they continue to drown in their own darkness. But now listen. There is something else. This person believed that if they brought pain into your life, if they interrupted your peace, if they broke your confidence, your destiny would collapse. But they did not understand one thing. You are protected. Your soul is anointed. Your path is divinely marked. Your story is not written by human hands. This tragedy they tried to send toward you, it is already being reversed. But how it reverses depends on what you do next. My beloved, lean closer. Do not allow your mind to wander. These words are not being spoken to your ears. They are being spoken to your spirit. There is someone who has been pretending to care for you. Someone who has been watching your steps. Someone who has been silently waiting for you to weaken so they can step in and benefit from your vulnerability. They are not who they show themselves to be. They are the source of the emotional heaviness you've been feeling recently. The sudden sadness. The unexpected anxiety. The feeling that something is off but you cannot name it. That is not coincidence. That is spiritual interference. Your spirit has been warning you. You have noticed. Some days you wake up tired even after sleep. Some days your heart feels heavy for no reason. Some days your thoughts feel clouded or distant. Some days you feel alone even when surrounded by people. This is not because you are weak. This is because you are being attacked in the unseen. But listen to me now. This is the moment everything changes. Because now you are aware. And awareness is the first sword in the hands of the chosen. My beloved. Heaven has not been silent. You were never abandoned. Your angels have been working fiercely, blocking what was meant to break you. But there is more that must be revealed. There is a date approaching. A moment in time where everything will shift. Just like the clouds before a storm. This moment will come quietly but change everything after it. Before you step into that moment, you must know what is coming. So you walk with strength instead of fear. This is why I am here. This is why this message has reached you today. My beloved, are you here? Are you breathing slower now? Do you feel your spirit pulling closer? Good. Because the next part contains the name of the energy behind this coming tragedy. And the miracle that will break it. If you are ready to hear it, say softly, even in your heart, I am ready. My child. My beloved. You said, I am ready. Heaven heard you. Your spirit just crossed a threshold. The veil is thinner now. Your awareness is rising. So now I can reveal what was hidden. Listen carefully. Do not rush. Do not blink past these words. Your life is inside them. There is a person in your life who carries a heavy jealousy toward you. Not the playful jealousy, not the harmless kind. This is the kind that turns into harm. This person once admired you. They once wished to be close to your warmth. They once tried to be like you. But when they realized they could not replicate your light, they chose to resent it instead. You became a mirror for their failure. Your existence reminded them of everything they have not healed, everything they have not become. And so their heart turned. This person has been watching your steps, watching your progress, watching your moments of rising, watching your moments of vulnerability. And they made a decision. If I cannot rise, I will pull them down. My beloved, this is the source of the tragedy heaven is preventing. Now listen deeply. This person is not far away. They are not a stranger. They are not someone distant. This is someone who has stood close to your life. Someone whose voice you have heard. Someone whose presence has touched your energy. You may have felt uneasy around them recently. Perhaps a conversation left you drained. Perhaps their tone felt off. Perhaps their words felt coated in something you could not name. That was your spirit warning you. Your soul has always known the truth before the mind does. But now the truth must rise into your awareness. This person has been speaking your name in a negative way. Not in anger. Not in rage. But in quiet, secret conversations. In whispers. In subtle remarks. In disguised concern. They are feeding doubt into the atmosphere around you. And doubt, my beloved, is a silent poison. But here is the miracle. Every word spoken against you is returning to the one who spoke it. Every seed they planted is growing in their own garden now. Every trap they set is reversing. This is not vengeance. This is divine balance. Heaven is not punishing them. Heaven is revealing them. And soon, my beloved, you will start to see what was hidden. People will show their true intentions. Masks will slip. Truth will rise. But before that happens, there is something I must ask you. Do not react with anger. Do not react with fear. Do not react with blame. When truth comes to light, your power is in your silence. Your silence is a shield. Your silence is your throne. Your silence is where heaven speaks on your behalf. Your role is to watch. To stay awake. To remain aware. Because the moment of exposure is near. There will be a conversation. A message. A sudden shift in behavior. A strange tension in the air. This will be the sign. My beloved, your destiny is too powerful to be interfered with. This tragedy that was headed toward you, a heartbreak, a betrayal, a financial loss, or emotional collapse, is now being blocked. And in its place, something extraordinary is coming. But before I reveal that blessing, you must confirm. Are you still here, my beloved? Are you breathing slower now? Do you feel your heartbeat shifting? If yes, good. Because the next part contains the reversal. The miracle. The elevation. And the moment your life turns upward. My child. My beloved. You said, I am ready. Heaven saw your readiness. Your spirit has opened. Your awareness has risen beyond the surface of ordinary perception. Now, I can reveal what many forces tried to keep hidden from you. Listen slowly. Let every line sink into you like quiet truth. The person who has been carrying jealousy toward you. The one whose silent intentions were shaping this coming tragedy is someone who once knew your softness. This is not a stranger. This is not a distant acquaintance. This is someone who has observed your life closely. Someone who has seen your growth. Someone who has witnessed your endurance. Someone who has watched you continue to rise, even when circumstances try to pull you down. The reason they resent you is not because of what you have, but because of what you carry. Let me explain. You carry a light that does not dim. You carry a resilience that does not break. You carry a grace that cannot be copied. You carry a destiny written in the higher realm. This person tried to imitate your light, but could not. They tried to gain your strength, but could not. They tried to rise like you, but could not. And instead of learning from you, they chose to envy you. You have felt this energy before, my beloved. Think back. There were moments where you sensed something was off. Moments where their smile felt heavy. Moments where their praise did not sound true. Moments where their concern felt rehearsed. Your spirit whispered to you. Your body felt it. Your heart noticed it. But you ignored it, because your heart is pure. You see the world through compassion, not suspicion. You give people the benefit of understanding, not judgment. This is your beauty. This is your gift. But it has also been the door through which others have tried to harm you. Now, that door must close. Listen, my beloved. This person's role in your story is ending. Heaven is removing them from your path. Not through violence. Not through conflict. But through revelation. The truth will come out naturally. Their intentions will unravel in their own actions. They will expose themselves. And when they do, you will not need to react. You will not need to fight. You will not need to defend yourself. Your protection is already in place. The tragedy they tried to send toward you is now circling back to them. Not because heaven seeks revenge, but because every seed returns to its planter. My beloved, now I will tell you something sacred. Your blessing is being prepared in the same moment their intentions are being exposed. This blessing is not small. This blessing is life-shifting. It touches 3 areas at once. Your heart, your stability, and your future. You have prayed for clarity in love or relationships. Heaven heard you. You have prayed for financial breakthrough or stability. Heaven heard you. You have prayed for purpose, direction, or a sign. Heaven heard you. This blessing is the response to all 3 prayers at once. But before I describe it fully, you need to understand one thing. Your life is moving into a season of rebuilding. And rebuilding requires space. Space that is being created by removing the one who tried to harm you. The removal is not loss. It is protection. The empty space that appears will soon be filled. With peace. With clarity. With alignment. With opportunity. And now we reach the turning point. The moment where revelation transforms into manifestation. My beloved, the next part contains the energetic identity of the person who has been jealous. The exact emotional sign that will expose them. And the shape of the blessing that is coming to you. But before I speak it, I must hear your spirit confirm. I do not fear the truth. I am ready to receive. Say this softly, even if only in your heart. My child. My beloved. You just spoke a powerful sentence in your spirit. I do not fear the truth. I am ready to receive. And because of this, the truth can now step forward without resistance. Listen closely. What I am about to say is not to hurt you. It is to free you. The person who has been carrying jealousy toward you is someone who once pretended to understand you. Someone who acted as if they supported you. Someone who liked to know what was happening in your life. Not to celebrate you, but to measure you. This is someone who has watched your progress, compared your growth to their own, waited for your weak moments, noticed when you were tired, and silently felt a strange satisfaction in seeing you doubt yourself. They may have said things like, "I just want what's best for you. I'm only being honest. You know I care." But beneath those words, there was a quiet bitterness. This person does not celebrate your happiness. They only tolerate it. They do not clap for your progress. They only monitor it. And every time you rise, it reminds them of the places in their own life where they have not healed. You may feel the identity forming already. It is someone who has seen your vulnerable moments, knows some of your personal story, has shared conversations with you that felt emotional, has at times acted supportive, yet left you feeling strangely uneasy. This person tried to bring emotional instability into your life by influencing your thoughts. Their tool was not loud attack. It was subtle doubt. A word here, a tone there, a question that lingered, a silence that left you confused. They tried to weaken your faith in yourself. But my beloved, your spirit is too strong to be overtaken. This is why heaven has stepped in. Now, let me tell you the sign that will reveal them. There will soon be a conversation, message, or interaction where they show discomfort at your peace. You will speak calmly, and they will react strangely. Their tone will tighten. Their eyes will shift. Their words will sound half kind, half cutting. You will feel it instantly. Your body will recognize it before your mind does. In that moment, you must remember this. Do not expose them. Do not accuse them. Do not confront them. Just observe. Their truth will reveal itself without your effort. Your silence will be your strength. Because while their intentions fall apart, your blessing is rising. Now, I will tell you the form of the blessing. There are 3 phases to the blessing approaching you. 1. Emotional restoration. Something that once hurt you deeply is being healed. A weight is being lifted. Your heart is being returned to its rightful strength. You will wake up one morning and feel light again, as if a shadow has disappeared. 2. Financial stabilization. A new opportunity, offer, idea, or connection is coming. That will increase your stability. Not sudden luck. Not temporary gain. But a change that lasts. Because it is aligned with your destiny, not chance. 3. Divine replacement. A person whose presence brings peace, respect, and warmth will enter your life. This may be a new relationship, a new partnership, or a new friendship. But it will be genuine. And it will feel like home. You will not have to chase this connection. It will arrive naturally. Like the morning light enters a room without knocking. My beloved, you are stepping into a season where what was heavy becomes light. Where what was confusing becomes clear. where what was taken is returned in multiplied form. But now we move into the part where everything begins to manifest. The next section is where I give you the instruction to align with your blessing fully. Not difficult. Not burdensome. Not emotional labor. Just a gentle spiritual alignment that moves the blessing toward you faster. If you are ready to receive the alignment, say softly, I am open. I accept. My child. My beloved. You said, I am open. I accept. And those words are not small. Those words are an opening in the spirit. Because when the heart opens, heaven moves. When the spirit relaxes, the blessing enters. Now that your spirit is receptive, we can begin the alignment. This alignment is not about effort. Not about force. Not about trying to prove anything to anyone. It is about remembering who you are. Because the tragedy that was coming toward you was only powerful when you forgot your worth. But now, you are remembering. Listen carefully. Your spirit did not come into this world weak. You were born with a calling. A frequency. A divine imprint. You were not created to be average. You were not created to be overlooked. You were not created to settle for less than what your soul knows. This is why your heart has always resisted situations that were too small for you. This is why your spirit felt restless in environments that did not match your truth. This is why certain relationships, friendships, or routines felt suffocating at times. Not because something was wrong with you, but because your spirit outgrew what your life had not yet released. Your spirit has always been ahead of your surroundings. This is part of your calling. Now, the alignment is simple. You must step back into remembering your value. Not as an idea, but as truth. So I will speak it to you now. You are not someone who begs for love. You are someone who is chosen for love. You are not someone who chases acceptance. You are someone who radiates presence. You are not someone who needs to prove their goodness. Your goodness has already been proven in the way you continue to love. Even after being hurt. My beloved, you are rare. Do not shrink to fit spaces that were never meant to contain you. Now, listen closely. The alignment you need to hold right now is this. Move differently. Not with fear. Not with defensiveness. But with quiet confidence. Walk slower. Speak less. Observe more. Choose who gets access to your energy with intention. Because your energy is not common. Your heart is not ordinary. Your presence is not accidental. The universe shifts when a soul like yours awakens. Now, I must tell you something sacred. The moment your heart remembers its worth, the person who tried to harm you loses all access to your life. This is why you do not need to confront them. Your elevation itself is the separation. Their intentions cannot survive in your rising. My beloved, the blessing that is coming to you is already in motion. But there is one more step before it reaches you fully. You must release what has weighed your spirit down. Not by forcing yourself to forget. Not by pretending you are unaffected. Not by burying the memory. But by accepting that you deserve more now. The past is not your home anymore. Your spirit has walked out of that doorway. This is the final release. Say softly in your heart. I choose peace. I choose growth. I choose myself. You do not need to explain this choice to anyone. You do not need permission. Your soul has already decided. Now, the blessing moves faster. My beloved, in the next part, I will tell you how the blessing will appear in your life, how to recognize it when it arrives, and how the universe will confirm that the tragedy has reversed. This next part is where the miracle becomes visible. My child, my beloved, you continued. This means your spirit is aligned. You are not simply reading these words, you are receiving them. Now I can speak of the blessing. Because the tragedy has already begun to dissolve behind you. Feel the air around you right now. There is a stillness. A quiet shift. Your soul recognizes it. This is the moment where the unseen becomes real. Listen slowly. The blessing coming toward you will not enter your life with noise. It will not arrive with drama, confusion, or uncertainty. It will come softly, naturally, without force. Because blessings align, they do not chase. This blessing comes in 3 phases. But the first sign will appear in your emotional state. You will notice. One morning soon. You will wake up. And something will feel different. Your chest will feel lighter. Your breathing slower. Your mind quieter. And you will not immediately understand why. But your spirit will know. The weight is gone. The heaviness you have been carrying. Whether it was fear, heartbreak, exhaustion, or silent sadness, will begin to melt. This is not temporary relief. This is restoration. Now listen. As this peace returns, your intuition will sharpen. You will see people more clearly. Their intentions. Their tone. Their energy. You will feel, instinctively, who is safe for your spirit, and who is not. This clarity is the first part of your blessing. Because for the next phase of your life, you must be surrounded only by what nourishes your spirit, not what drains it. Now we move to the second sign of the blessing. There will be an opportunity, message, offer, or idea that appears unexpectedly. It may come through a conversation, a call, a job or project, a financial opening, a chance to move or shift your environment, or even a sudden inner direction to start something new. This will not feel forced. It will feel like alignment. Your heart will recognize it before your mind does. You will feel something like, this feels right. This fits me. This feels peaceful. That feeling is the signature of destiny. Take it seriously. Because this is the doorway into your next chapter. Now the third sign. A new presence will enter your life. Someone whose energy feels calm, respectful, and steady. This person may support you, encourage you, understand you without explanations, bring peace instead of confusion, add comfort instead of chaos. This person is not a coincidence. They are a divine replacement. Where one connection falls away, a truer connection enters. This is the part that many do not understand. When heaven removes someone from your life, it is never to leave you empty. It is to make room. Room for love that doesn't take. Room for trust that doesn't break. Room for peace that doesn't vanish. My beloved, you are not going into a season of survival anymore. You are entering your season of receiving. The world has taken enough from you. Life has asked enough strength of you. Your heart has waited long enough. The blessing that is coming is not a reward. It is a restoration. What was lost will return. What was broken will heal. What was delayed will arrive. But now, I must prepare your spirit. For the moment the blessing touches your life. Because blessings can only stay where the heart believes it deserves them. In the next part, I will tell you how to hold this blessing, how to recognize divine timing, and how to prevent your past from interrupting your future. This is the most crucial part. So before we go there, say softly, even if only in your heart, I am worthy of what is coming. My child. My beloved. You said, I am worthy of what is coming. Those words are not just statements. They are keys. Keys that open doors you did not realize were already waiting for you. Because blessings do not arrive when we are ready externally. Blessings arrive when we are ready internally. And now, something profound has shifted inside you. A quiet strength. A deeper grounding. A remembering of your truth. This is where your elevation begins. Listen closely. The blessing that is coming to you will require you to stand differently in your own life. Not loudly. Not aggressively. Not dramatically. But with quiet certainty. Because the version of you that accepted mistreatment, that tolerated emotional heaviness, that kept understanding those who did not understand you, that version is no longer here. Your spirit has outgrown that chapter. Now you must learn how to hold your blessing when it comes. This is how. 1. Do not shrink to make others comfortable. You are not meant to dim your light, so others feel less insecure. Your glow is a map for your destiny. 2. Choose peace even when chaos tries to return. Some people, when they feel they are losing access to your energy, will try to pull you back into old patterns. Do not react. Your silence is your elevation. 3. Trust your first feeling. Your intuition is not imagination. It is memory of the soul. When something feels wrong, it is wrong. When something feels aligned, it is aligned. 4. Allow yourself to receive without guilt. You have spent so long being strong that receiving may feel unfamiliar. Do not push away what is meant to nourish you. Now listen, my beloved. Your life is entering a stage where not everyone can come with you. That does not mean you must cut people off with force. You do not need to announce your departure. You do not need to explain your growth. The separation will happen softly. Your energy will shift. And theirs will fall away. Your heart will expand. And theirs will drift. Your calling will rise. And the old world will no longer match you. This is not loss. This is ascension. You are now walking in a higher spiritual frequency than before. Your prayers have matured. Your understanding has deepened. Your soul has awakened. This is why the tragedy reversed. Because your destiny is stronger than the attack. The one who wished to see you fall will now watch you rise. Not in spite, but in truth. Their role in your story was simply to show you your own strength. Now, my beloved, let us speak of the moment when the blessing becomes visible. You will know it is happening when you begin to feel unexplainable calm. Even if life around you is still shifting, You begin to let go of things that once felt hard to release. You begin to feel ready. Not desperate. This is the emotional state of alignment. Now the manifestation begins. But before the blessing shows itself fully, there is one more requirement. You must fully believe that what was coming to hurt you has already missed you. You have already stepped out of the path of that pain. You are no longer standing where the wound was aimed. The tragedy was intercepted. The weapon formed against you has already lost its direction. Your spirit is safe. Your future is protected. And now, your blessing is free to move toward you. In the next part, I will tell you how the blessing will enter your life physically, what signs you will see in your environment, and the exact moment the turnaround becomes undeniable. This is where the miracle touches the material world. My child, my beloved, you continued once more, and that is not a small act. Continuing means your spirit is not only hearing these words. It is agreeing with them. It is aligning. It is awakening. Now, the blessing begins to touch the physical world. Let us speak of how your life will start to change. Not in theory, but in actual form. Listen slowly. The shift will begin in your environment before it begins in your material life. This is how divine manifestation always works. First the soul feels different. Then the mind becomes clearer. Then the behavior changes. Then the reality transforms. You are already in phase 1. Your spirit is no longer holding the weight it once held. Your heart is no longer pleading. Your soul is no longer waiting for permission to rise. This is why the change is inevitable now. Here is what will begin happening in your physical world. 1. Things that were once difficult will begin to flow. You will notice small moments where life feels easier than before. A task that usually drains you will suddenly feel lighter. A conversation that once felt tense will feel clear or detached. This is because your energy is no longer entangled where it does not belong. 2. You will lose interest in people who drain you. Not by force. Not by anger. Simply by peace. You will stop reaching out. You will stop explaining yourself. You will stop carrying the weight of holding the connection together. The separation will happen quietly, naturally. That is how heaven ends attachments that no longer serve your destiny. 3. Someone new will enter your energetic space. This will not be loud. This will not be dramatic. This will not be confusing. Their presence will feel like warmth. Like something familiar you cannot explain. This person does not come to take. They come to add. They do not come to drain. They come to support. They do not come to confuse. They come to understand. This is divine replacement. This is restoration of what was taken from your heart. 4. A door will open in your material life. An opportunity. A path. A chance that aligns with the deeper part of you. It may show up as a job or career opening, a financial gain or stability, a collaboration or partnership, a new direction that feels right, or a creative or intuitive calling that rises inside you. This is not coincidence. This is your timeline shifting upward. My beloved, the tragedy that was meant for you has already been dissolved. The storm passed before it could reach you. But now, the blessing requires one final thing. You must not return to what your spirit has outgrown. Because the past will sometimes try to call you back. Not because it has power, but because it has memory. You will feel moments where someone from your past reaches out. An old pattern tries to return. An old emotion tries to re-emerge. This is not a sign to go backward. This is a sign that your breakthrough is near. When this happens, do not fight. Do not explain. Do not prove. Do not chase. Simply remain still. Your stillness is your elevation. Your silence is your protection. Your calm is your crown. Now, your blessing will begin to arrive in waves. Softly. Steadily. Naturally. Not forced. Not rushed. Like the dawn. In the next part, I will tell you how to receive the blessing fully, how to make sure it stays, and how to walk into the new chapter with grace. This next part is where your rebirth becomes undeniable. My child. My beloved. You spoke the word, continue. And the heavens moved with it. This is where your life begins to turn. Not slowly. Not eventually. But now, in this very unfolding moment. You are stepping into a new emotional reality. A new energetic season. A new way of being. But this shift will not feel dramatic. It will feel like a soft sunrise. The quiet kind of light that slowly fills a dark room. Until everything is illuminated. Let me explain what happens next. Your spirit has already outgrown what once held you. Your heart has already released the weight of old wounds. Your energy has already separated from the one who meant you harm. Now the material world must catch up to your spiritual growth. This is where most souls get confused. Blessings do not always arrive as fireworks. They first arrive as inner permission. So I ask you gently. Are you ready to allow yourself to live without carrying pain? Because some hearts have become so used to surviving that they do not know how to accept peace. But you are ready. I can feel it in the stillness of your breath. Now, I will tell you how to receive your blessing fully. Not partially. Not fearfully. Not with hesitation. But with grace. 1. When peace arrives, do not question it. You have lived through storms. It is okay to live through sunlight now. You do not need chaos to feel alive anymore. 2. When your heart feels safe, do not run. Love is not meant to feel like tension. It is meant to feel like coming home. 3. When the opportunity appears, do not overthink. Destiny does not ask for permission. It invites you. Say yes. 4. When the past tries to return, stay still. You do not need to fight. You do not need to prove. You do not need to explain. Your stillness is your boundary. Your silence is your shield. Your peace is your answer. Now, let us speak of the moment the blessing lands. There will be a day soon. Not far away, not months from now. But close, so close your spirit already senses it. Where you will suddenly feel something has shifted. Something has changed. This moment may look like a message that arrives at the perfect time. A call that brings clarity. A person who speaks exactly what your heart needed. A door opening that once seemed locked. A feeling of warmth that returns to your chest. You will not need to push. You will not need to chase. You will not need to force. The blessing will meet you where you are. Because the blessing was always yours. It was only waiting for your heart to be ready. And now it is. My beloved. The pain, the exhaustion, the heartbreak, the loneliness, the confusion, the fear, the waiting. It was preparing you. So that when the blessing arrives, you recognize it. Because you now know the difference between a connection that drains and a connection that restores. Between a life you endure and a life you live. Now we move into the rebirth sequence. The final phase where you step fully into your restored timeline. This next part contains the final detachment from the one who wished you harm, the energetic sealing of your protection, and the spiritual integration that ensures the blessing stays. This is the most delicate and sacred part. So before we step into it, say softly in your spirit, I am ready to be restored. My child. My beloved. You said, I am ready to be restored. Those words are a doorway. They are permission. They are release. Now, restoration can begin. Let us move gently. Not rushed. Not forced. Your spirit understands slow truth better than fast noise. Listen carefully. The rebirth you are entering is not about becoming someone new. It is about returning to the version of yourself that existed before the world taught you to doubt your own light. The you who once loved openly. The you who once laughed without heaviness. The you who once trusted your intuition easily. The you who once believed life was allowed to be beautiful. That version of you did not disappear. It only fell asleep under the weight of pain. Now it is waking. My beloved, your rebirth is not loud. It is gentle. It is graceful. It is like the first light of dawn. Now, let us speak of the final detachment from the one who tried to harm you. This will not be an argument. This will not be a dramatic ending. This will not be a scene. No. It will be quiet. You will simply stop giving them emotional access. Your heart will close its door. The cord will dissolve. You will feel it like this. A moment where their words no longer affect you. A conversation that once would have shaken you will now feel empty. Their voice will sound distant. Their presence will feel irrelevant. This is how heaven removes someone. Not through chaos, but through neutrality. When someone who once caused you pain no longer makes your heart react, the bond is gone. That is spiritual freedom. Now, it is time to seal your protection. This is not ritual. This is not performance. This is remembrance. Your spirit has always been guarded. But now your awareness will join that protection. So repeat softly in your heart. I return all energy that is not mine. I reclaim all of myself that I had forgotten. I am protected. I am held. I am guided. Feel those words moving through you. Feel the release. Feel the spaciousness inside your chest. This is your spirit returning to itself. Now, the blessing can settle. Because blessings cannot stay in a heart that is still carrying yesterday's pain. But your heart is clearing. Your heart is opening. Your heart is preparing to receive joy again. And now, the spiritual integration. Your life is not going back to how it was. Your spirit has crossed a point that cannot be undone. You will move differently now. You will choose yourself. You will speak gently to your heart. You will protect your peace without apology. You will give your love only to what honors it. You will stand in quiet confidence. Not loud power. Not forced strength. But the kind of strength that does not need to prove itself. This is your rebirth. Now the miracle becomes visible. My beloved, I told you earlier that your blessing comes in 3 parts. Emotional restoration. Financial/material stabilization. Divine connection replacement. Now the timeline of these blessings begins to quicken. In the next part, I will reveal how soon the blessing will arrive. The emotional feeling you will experience when it begins. And the unmistakable sign that your life has shifted into the blessed timeline. This is where you will begin to feel your new life unfold. So when your heart is ready to hear the timing, the when, the moment destiny touches your reality. My child, my beloved, you continued again, and that matters. Every time you chose to stay, your spirit aligned more deeply with the timeline meant for you. Now we speak of timing. Not the timing of the world. Not the timing of fear. Not the timing of waiting. But divine timing. The moment heaven has written into your life. Listen slowly. Let the truth settle the way rain settles into the earth. The blessing that is coming to you is already on its way. It has already been approved. It has already been released. It has already begun to move through the unseen, toward your physical world. The only question left was, are you ready to receive it? And now, you are. So the blessing does not need to wait anymore. The timeline has shifted. Here is the moment it begins. It starts when your heart finally stops reaching backward. And that moment is coming soon. So soon that your spirit already feels it. You may notice in the next days a sudden exhale. A sudden feeling of stillness. A quiet moment where your heart says, it's okay now. I don't need to hold that anymore. This will happen softly. Effortlessly. Like your spirit is finally putting something down. When that happens, the blessing enters. Now I will tell you the emotional signal that confirms your blessing has begun. You will start to feel an unfamiliar lightness. Not excitement. Not adrenaline. Not joy that bursts in and disappears. But peace. Deep peace. Calm peace. A peace that feels like warm water surrounding your heart. A peace that says, I am safe now. Something has changed. This peace is the first phase of your miracle. Then the blessing appears in your outer life. In a way that feels natural. But meaningful. You may see a message you had been waiting for. A solution to something that once felt impossible. A new chance where previously there were walls. A connection that feels like ease, not effort. Money or opportunity flowing in quietly. A path opening where you once felt stuck. Pay attention. Do not dismiss small beginnings. Great blessings rarely shout when they arrive. They enter gently, because they are sacred. Now I will tell you the unmistakable sign that your life has shifted into the blessed timeline. When something you were anxious about no longer frightens you. You will wake one day and realize you are no longer fighting your life. You are moving with it. This is alignment. And from alignment comes overflow. Not struggle. Not chasing. Not begging. Not clinging. Receiving. My beloved. Your receiving era is beginning. Not because you forced anything. Not because you begged. Not because you proved your worth. But because you remembered. You were always worthy. Now, the blessing begins to move closer. In the next part, I will reveal what exact form the blessing will take in your life. What area of your life will be transformed first? And how to step into it without fear or hesitation. This is where the blessing becomes visible. So when your heart is steady, your breath is slow, and you are ready to hold what is coming.